Of course, your dad is getting back in the ring. What was your reaction to the DKU fight?
I mean, I was shocked, but it's a good thing it's just an exhibition. It's also for charity. So for people who don't know, so yeah, it's just to help out other people too.
Any chance you guys might want to get together and do a charity thing? I know you're both big for charity.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would be down to do that, because that's my dad. If he tells me to, then I'll be happy to.
Yeah, undercard ganas.
Undercard.
For how long have you trained here at Wildcard?
Wildcard for almost a year now.
Yeah. How did you feel at the beginning when you were first training here in the Wildcard for your dad?
It was different because people here, they're really serious. I mean, I'm not the only amateur here too. There are a lot of amateurs that train here, and they're very talented. They're really they're hardworking. So like, I'm glad I'm here. They always push me to the yeah.
Are you here are you doing boxing like to have a good time, to have fun, or are you taking it seriously?
I'm taking it serious because I have a goal. My coaches know that, and yeah, we'll see how far it goes.
What do you want to accomplish in the sport?
I mean, right now I don't really want to say it, but my coaches know my goal, and yeah, they're always going to be 100%. As long as I show dedication, and you guys will see.
What advice has your dad given you when he learned that you were boxing?
He says it's not an easy sport. You got to be 100% in or 100% out. So he always tells me to train as hard as I can. Go the extra mile. If you can go another round. And growing up, watching him train all the time, and that's what I see from him. So I'm trying to get just bits and pieces. Yeah.
What was your favorite fight? Okay.
His favorite fight?
Yeah.
Probably when he fought Eric Morales. Those 3 fights were my favorite because it's just action-packed and back and forth, and that's beautiful boxing.
How old are you?
21 now. 21. Yes.
Okay. And when did you decided to start boxing?
Start boxing? I got in pretty late. I started training. I was 17. Okay. But I didn't really have that many amateur fights yet because my parents, But I got most of my experience just from the gym. Yeah.
What was the Manny Pacquiao's first reaction when he heard that you wanted to do this sport?
At first, he didn't want me to, really, because it's really dangerous. And he already went through it, where he set and everything. He made a lot of money, but it's just passion for me. I put into myself, and that's why I'm in here.
Are you happy that it's an exhibition fight for your father and not a real professional fight? Because he's 44, I think he's in 44. And
I mean, I've been wanting him to retire for like a long time now, so like I'm happy that it's just an exhibition, because if he asks for a real fight, there's a lot of talented fighters out there, and don't get me wrong, I still think he beats most of the fighters out there, even the young guys, but at a certain point you gotta know when to get out, and you're 42 years old and you've been here in this sport for more than 20 years, so I think he's better.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. So you still think your dad has enough to beat some of these guys? Do you think that if he were to have a rematch with Ugas, that it could be a different outcome for him?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's had trouble with his legs. I mean, during training camp, I saw it too, because I've been following him that whole time that camp, and I think if he gets a really good camp, then of course he can beat him. For sure.
How is your progress and learning in boxing comparable to Jake Paul's, or do you feel that maybe you're taking things more serious as to how he is? I know you don't know him personally, but where do you stand on that in terms of how you're approaching the sport and how he's approaching the sport?
I mean, Jake Paul's also proven, don't get me wrong, he's like, if you judge him from his first fight, against, I think it was Andy's son or something, and then up to the Woodley fight, he did improve a little bit, even in his training and stuff. So, I think he's taking it seriously too. But, like for me, I'm just like full-time, just training, and I don't know what Jake Paul has, like other things going on,
You're taking the more traditional route by going to the amateurs and preparing yourself for that. If you stay long enough, maybe the Olympics could be a possibility if looking at something like that? Or?
At first it was, but now like I'm kind of leaning towards pros now because I just start off late and it's better to just go that route.
So you got a chance to meet Dana White in your last fight. A very electric atmosphere. You handled it well. You won, but how does all that prepare you for? It was pretty much like a real fight type of atmosphere? You know, how does, do you think that's gonna prepare you for it?
I mean, it's gonna be challenging for sure, you know, because all the people, you know. But then my coaches tell me just focus on the fight and you know, just don't mind the noise, just block it off. Focus on the fights, just seeing your opponent in there. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to, you know, see when I get in there.
You've taken some pretty good punches in your fights, obviously with headgear, but still some good punches. Jake has taken a few punches. Do you think that the way you guys dedicate yourself to the sport, that is part of the reason you're able to take those punches and not, you know, maybe fold right over or whatnot?
Yeah, I think it all depends, you know, like on the person, you know, because they say heart's very important in this sport. So yeah, I know to myself, like I have it, you know. So I think it just depends. And yeah, Jake Paul too, like hats off to him. He's taking the sport seriously. He's training. He's getting in there with the pros too. So yeah, hats off to him.
Have you ever been on the ring with your dad?
In the ring? I mean, there was a time where we were training together here. He was doing the Miss with Coach Brady. I was with Coach Marvin, and yeah, that was a cool moment.
Would you ever like spar with your dad?
I mean, hopefully, you know, I want you know, be able to do that sometime in the future. Yeah.
You can learn a lot from that. So you can learn from that, like sparring.
I mean, you know, it's one of the best ever. So, you know, of course, we'll learn a lot from it. Yeah. Thank you guys.
Are you worried the Dku Fight might actually encourage him to come back, depending on how that goes?
Well, I don't know, but you know, but for now, I think he's just cool with doing the exhibition. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what he does.
Can I get a picture of you?
Oh, sure.